All right, y'all, we back with another episode of the Next Level Oasis podcast. Hashtag NLO Pod on all your socials. It's G David Lee at Geo Spectre. We got JT at JMO Stacks and John Boy at Big John Boy Gaming. Right?
Yes, sir.
Got it right this time. How y'all feeling?
Good, man. Blessed and highly favored.
Blessed and highly flavored on this beautiful Sunday. Ain't mad at it. Man, y'all see what's going on with these NFL trades, free agency, all the chaos?
Definitely.
What y'all think
Definitely. It's
about
something.
DK, Josh Allen? What y'all think about it?
I mean, Josh Allen getting his money, but he ain't winning a Super Bowl yet. Come on now.
Facts.
We getting our money, but no Super Bowls. He pretty much now he can just coast and not really play hard no more. He got paid.
When you
You
win
don't
the
think he
MVP
wants
though,
him?
I mean, you right. I forgot. Yeah, he MVP. Got to give him that money. So I give him that. Give him his bread. But not they gonna expect to see something out of him, which is Super Bowl or bust at this
You,
point.
you don't think he want a chip? You think he just gonna coast?
He gonna probably he don't throw the ball. He run that thing. You know he
Yeah,
a
he do be running.
he a bulldozing QB.
yeah.
I ain't gonna say a running QB. He a bulldozing QB. But
Man,
he can throw it, but not
y'all
all the
remember
time.
when Josh Allen got drafted? He was dog water.
Yeah, that
Nobody
was a
wanted
couple of
this
years ago.
dude. No, it's been like I guess 4 or 5 now because this is his rookie extension. Well, new
Yeah,
contract.
this is a second extension or something like that.
Yeah, I
But
remember
yeah, he was dog water.
nobody wanted him.
He
150
was
million. No, not the
who
150,
was he?
330 million.
But he had a few other veterans with him. I know he had Ryan Fitzpatrick that was with him. He have Carson Wentz with him too at one point in time?
In Buffalo?
Yeah. Because Carson Wentz been left the Eagles. After that Super Bowl
Yeah.
run that he didn't win, Nick Foles won for him.
Yeah.
And then Carson Wentz was gone after that.
So he was drafted in 2018. He had a few veteran quarterbacks with him. Yeah, no, he was
But yeah,
out.
he definitely stepped that game up, man. You gotta overall, Josh Allen has proven he is the QB out there now, to look out for. It's just like what else do they need? Personally, we all say they needed a running game. They got James Cook out there. To me, James Cook isn't a every down back because he's more of a back that catches the ball out in the backfield. So I don't know, man. It's just like what else? What other pieces they need? They got Amari Cooper now, but they traded for him last season. Let's see how they are with Amari Cooper getting a full training camp with the Bills. All of that, and then they still got Coleman, who was a rookie last year. So let's see if his sophomore year he gonna step up. So I think they got some time, but I did saw they released Von Miller on defense. So, and that's the thing. It's like the offense is good, but then their defense started to kind of get a little skeptic because it's always a shootout. Seemed like it when it came with the Bills.
Yeah,
So
especially when you're
we'll
talking
see.
about Bills and Chiefs, they're gonna be straight. They're one of them teams that's gonna make the playoffs pretty much every year or be, fringe championship game type of team. They got to get past the Chiefs, even though they're beating the Ravens now pretty consistently. Ravens is like falling to that third tier of all AFC teams. If they don't make a team to beat the Chiefs, pretty much the exact same concept the Eagles did, they're not gonna win.
Y'all think the Chiefs gonna be the same after this whooping they took?
They coming back. I really believe with that whooping they took.
Yeah.
People need to watch out for them. Serious.
Kelsey even came back and committed.
Yeah, I think I think they don't let that whooping. That whooping was a wake up call. Let's put it that way. The talk was three-peat. We got the three-peat. We building a dynasty. You usually need that wake up call, and that butt whooping was the wake up call. Because the thing about it is this: the Chiefs didn't really have much throughout the regular season and still made it to the Super Bowl. Just think about that.
Man, it's
Travis
literally
Kelsey,
it's the quarterback. The quarterback
it
makes a
Nah,
literally.
difference.
uh, they had help.
They have
Who?
fluke wins, dude.
They
Who?
had
Don't say your boy D Hop, because no.
no,
That
no,
ain't
that ain't what I'm
Hollywood
talking
either.
about. They wear black and white striped shirts.
Oh,
Oh,
the zebras.
the
No, you know
zebra.
what? I can't even lie. Some of them games, like with the one against the Raiders, when I can't think of the quarterback name. He's like the third string quarterback. He about to come back and beat them again because he beat them a year or two ago. And at the end, he just fumbled the ball. Why? You could have beat the Chiefs. They had some real fluke wins, just winning. I think they had the record this year, if I'm
Yeah,
not mistaken, under one score games. They're just coming
Yeah,
back and winning.
they had like 7 or so games, I believe, under a
Yeah,
score where they won. But
their
that's the
record could have
thing,
been
man.
horrible this year, or it ended
They
up being
just
great.
find a way to win.
Yeah,
Refs or no refs, they just to find a way to win. And the Eagles this time, they took that loss to the Chiefs last 2 years ago in Super Bowl. They
yep,
took that to heart, and they came back ready to play. And technically, that Eagles is the same team, just about maybe a few added pieces, but that was the same team that they
yep,
played against the Chiefs. This year wasn't the same Chiefs. If you really look at it, yeah, you
yep.
still have Mahomes, you still have Kelsey, but you didn't have the wide receivers. And on top of that, Pacheco, he wasn't fully 100% this
No,
Super Bowl run. Then Hollywood Brown, he wasn't fully 100%. D Hop, we all want that prime D Hop, but
hmm
we gotta understand fatherhood is behind him now.
fatherhood or
It's
father time.
father time. I say fatherhood. I hope if he got kids, I hope he taking care of the kids.
you think about your babies.
Right.
Yeah, that father time, man. So yeah, it's Hollywood Brown resigned another year with the Chiefs, so we're gonna see how that go. That's all I seen. The Chiefs did let go one of their offensive guard. They traded him to the Bears,
hmm
so hopefully that helps Caleb Williams over there in Chicago
hmm
with some blocking. So it's interesting in as well. I'm gonna throw this out there though. Still don't like him, but thank you, Derek Carr, for reconstructing your contract with the Saints and
hmm
give us some cap space. I thought you did that so we can get Devontae Adams, but Adams want to go ahead over there to the Rams so he can bring his behind to LA. I don't care. But thank you, Derek Carr. I will put that out there. I still don't
Be-
like you, but thank
before
you.
Sound
we,
like you care.
yeah, I know. Before we talk about Derek Carr and all his wisdom, the Chiefs. So when we talk about the Chiefs, you asked the question now. You think they're gonna run it back again? I agree with James. I think they're gonna be back there next year, at least minimum championship game. I look at a lot of these
Hmm.
teams in the AFC, really all the teams. You either choosing to build your team to win your division, or build your team to win the conference, or build your team to beat the Chiefs. And the only people who doing that is obviously Philadelphia, because Ravens couldn't do it. Steelers, Bills, nobody is doing it to beat the Chiefs. They're building their teams to win their divisions, get in the playoffs, and then to lose. And so I think a lot of these teams don't have
Say they
enough.
lose.
I mean, it's what's happening every single year. And, good for them, good for Mahomes and Kelsey. But I think they're gonna unfortunately run it back and end up there. We talked about
They gonna pull a Denver.
they're gonna pull a Denver.
Nah, I don't
Not
think
Denver
so.
Broncos. I'm talking about the Nuggets. You know how they kept going, and
Yeah,
then it just seemed like they
Nah.
fell off.
I
that's a
don't
whole
think the
nother
Chiefs
topic.
falling off, man.
Yeah.
Cause you're gonna still have those top stars that's gonna want to go to Kansas City. You're still gonna have those stars. Cause the thing is, Kansas City got money to get these other. Cause they're not having cap issues. They really
hmm
don't. It's
And
just
if
them
you
staying healthy.
is you Team Saints or Team Chiefs, man? What's up?
I'm Team Red.
Oh Lord.
Saints ain't red.
Yeah. You can get off with that nonsense.
I mean, I do like the Chiefs, man. The reason I like the Chiefs is this. In my time, I'm seeing a dynasty being built.
hmm
They talked about the Patriots. Yeah, the Patriots dynasty was still part of my time, but I'm gonna just be honest and say that when the Patriots was building a dynasty, I was into football, I was playing it, but I wasn't paying attention to it
Yeah,
like I am now as an adult.
hmm
right.
So seeing how dynasties are truly being built, I have to respect it. Win or lose, I have to respect it. Same with basketball. Not trying to flip it, but just saying I respect the Warriors. Seeing that dynasty being built, you hear about the Lakers and Celtics dynasties and stuff like that. Again, that was before my time. I played basketball, I watched basketball, but to now understand how dynasties are being built and seeing it with your own eyes to understand it, I have to say it's a nice thing to be to witness. So yeah, I guess you could say I am a Chiefs fan, but it's a reason they lost, and that's what they get for wanting to make America great again. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
It's like, bro, Jesus Christ. Listen, shout out to the Chiefs. Like you said, it is cool seeing a dynasty. I want to see other teams win too, but to see Mahomes and
Right.
I've been a Reed fan obviously since Philly, so Big Red.
That just can't get with Mahomes.
See, for me, it's Andy. I want to see Andy get one or two more and then ride off into the sunset. Kind of how I feel about Pop. Just get one more, but I don't think he's gonna get his either. Going back to the Saints, Jesus, talking about Devontae going over to the Rams. Derek Carr cleared $30 million in cap space for us, so we do owe him a big thank you for that. Cause we were negative about 50. And with some of the releases we have, we're now only negative 8.5.
But he cleared that up this year. We're gonna go right back to it next year.
Actually, no. So I'm using over the cap right now, and over the cap have us negative 8.5 right now. Next year we're positive 56 million, and the year after we're positive 191. So with the media rights growing every year, the NFL makes more money. They're going overseas, getting overseas money now. The cap is going to get larger and larger, so we should be fine after this year. Because you got to remember, most likely we're losing to retirement. Cam Jordan, Demario Davis, Tyrann Mathieu, and at least one or two other people who are just, at
Demario Davis.
That's it, Demario. And I think somebody else. Cam, Demario.
Cam Jordan, Demario, Tyrann Mathieu, like you mentioned. Who else?
It's one or
Somebody
two
else.
other people who are up there. We're just gonna keep them this year, and they're gonna ride off into the sunset.
Yeah,
so that's gonna free up a lot of stuff for us next year. So we gotta really just suffer through this year. Give Kelly more of that. Just look, like you said, get 5-6 wins. Here's another top 10 pick, and then we'll be ready to go next year.
Definitely.
How y'all feel about Devontae though with the Rams?
Him and Puka. I think that's if we still talking about. Here's the thing: are we talking about Green Bay Devontae Adams? Or are we talking about Las Vegas Raiders Adams? Or are we talking about New York Jets Adams? It all depends on what Adams they get to pair up with Puka. It could be nice.
Yeah.
Because they already said they're not resigning Cooper Kupp. They letting them go. So that's why they went after Adams. And then they still got the decent, running back. I forgot his name, but they got that running back. So, like I say, it all depends on what Adams shows up.
Yeah, Kyron Williams.
Yeah, that's it, Kyron. It all depends on what Adams they really getting. That's gonna. I hate that we might have the Saints gonna have to play them, like LA Rams, but they can have that one this year too. We can tank, Saints. We can tank.
John Boy, what's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I kind of agree with J Stack. It just depends on what version shows up. Players be going to different teams, and you don't know what version you're gonna get. So just depends on what version shows up out there in LA. We'll see how it is.
Yeah, definitely. And James, you're right. We do play. Saints play the Rams, and they play the Bills this year too.
Hey, they can have all the wins, man. Give it to the other team.
It's in LA. I'm going to go to that.
Hey, we go to that. But hey, I will give the Rams props. And for the reason I'm gonna say that, I'm gonna give them props. Last year, last year going into this year, they started off the season real bad. People was like, man, the Rams falling off. Especially when Puka went out that first game. It hurt my fantasy league because I did have him on my fantasy, and with him getting injured, that week one, it definitely hurt. But when he came back from that injury, Cooper came back from his injury. The Rams went on a nice little streak. They won. They got themselves in the playoffs, and they showed, hey, we still the Rams, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So got to give him to them on that part right there.
What
As
about
well.
DK? I believe DK went to the Steelers.
Man, he reuniting with Russell. That's if Russell gonna
150
still be
million.
their quarterback. He reuniting. I
Really?
say, yeah, I say that's nice for the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out what is going on with Seattle. Are they on an overhaul? They
Yeah,
traded Geno,
Yeah,
excuse me,
so
to the Raiders.
to go with his old coach. Mm-hmm.
They released Lockett.
Yep.
Longest Seahawk player there. Then we already knew DK wanted to leave. So then you trade DK to the Steelers. Man, like what is we doing in Seattle? Like
Yeah.
y'all, what are y'all in rebuild mode? Like who
probably.
gonna be our QB? Like what's y'all draft pick that y'all got rid of y'all QB?
Yeah, they're not top 10. I believe they're in top 15, I think. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Like, is this another dumb move in history? We'll find out.
Gotta add one every week. Yeah, so DK going over to the Steelers. Talks right now with Justin Fields with the Steelers is that he want to test the market. So Russell will probably be running it back there. So that makes sense. Russell and DK again. That'll be nice. Mike Tomlin gonna make the playoffs again. That's outrageous,
Again,
bro. It's gonna be like 57 years in a row. This man don't miss.
he don't lose, man. He stay having a winning season
But
since he
watch
took over
this.
the Steelers.
Going back to my earlier point, you either plan to win your division, you plan to win the conference, or you plan to beat the Chiefs. Are they gonna do anything past the first round next year? No.
Nope.
But he gonna check another box, made the playoffs again, and he gonna go down
True,
as the
true.
all-time winning goes, or like probably top 10, I think he pushing at this point, if I'm not mistaken. Because he's been there
Hmm.
for about 15, 16 years.
Yeah.
So he
And the
don't
Steelers,
miss.
you know, they don't get rid of their coaches like that either.
No, they only had 3 in the history. It
They
was
don't get
him,
rid
Bill
of their
Cowher,
coaches.
and forgive me, football fans, I don't remember.
We forgot the See, I'm sorry, y'all. We're gonna be honest and tell you we're not old folks like that. We don't
Yeah.
remember the 30s and 40s Steelers. Sorry, y'all.
30s and
If you're
40s is
still
wild. They weren't even in existence then. I can't remember that first because I'm gonna look that up in a minute because I can't let that go. But that's all good. So with all these trades happening, all the free agency going on, we have people like you said, Cooper Cup haven't had a team yet. We got Brandon Ayuk still out there who's able to seek a trade. Chris Godwin is potentially on the radar to leave the Bucks. So what do y'all think people like that are gonna fall to?
it's either they want money or they want to go to contender. And then we do have to throw out one player that's going to another team, Debo. He going to the commies.
Debo going to the commies. That's right. That's
They
under.
gave they
Yeah.
gave Jaden Daniels another freaking target. So he got and that target can play running back.
Yeah.
So you got Debo. You got Terry Lurk. Is it Terry Lurkin or Larkin? How we say it? Was this?
No, Terry
No,
McLaurin.
McLaurin. Yeah.
Terry.
Then you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you got what's their running back? Not Baja. What
They
was
got
their
Austin
running back?
Eckler and Bijan Robinson.
And Bajan Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
Man, bruh. Dude, they are. See, like you say, are you building to beat the Chiefs or what? On the NFC side,
Mm-hmm.
I see more building of offensive high scoring teams. It seems like everybody figure in order to beat the Chiefs, you have to
Put up
outscore them.
points. Yep.
Eagles showed you it ain't about outscoring them. It's about defending them, slowing them down,
Yep.
punching them in the mouth. But that's the league we are in now. High scoring games and no more defense. But yeah, Debo, I want to see Debo with the commies. That's gonna be nice. Jaden Daniels, another target. Woo, man, I can see them. I personally, I want to see the commies in the Super Bowl next year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm calling that now. I want to see them in the Super Bowl
Well,
next year.
you optimistic?
Yeah, I'm
Boy,
seeing.
say you're
I want to see
optimistic
them.
as wow.
I want to see them in. They almost had it. They barely lost to the Eagles. Well, they did get whipped by the Eagles. Let me take that back.
No,
But still,
Eagles put their 50 on them.
how many people expected the commies to even make it that far this year? None. I'm one of them. I didn't expect that. So now I'm calling it NFC champions going to the Super Bowl.
All
I'm
right, forgive
calling it.
me real quick. Chuck Noll, Chuck Noll's family. I completely apologize. He was the first Steelers head coach. It was him, then Bill Cowher, and then Mike Tomlin. Forgive me, the family of Chuck Noll.
Forgive us, Steelers family. Let's
But
put
Mike
that way.
Tomlin is top. He's number 11 right now, all time winningest coaches. He gonna get another about 10 this year. He's just gonna
Yeah,
keep
he
stacking
gonna move up
wins.
into 10.
You don't miss. So you got commies in the Super Bowl. I ain't mad at that. We can't call them commies in the Super Bowl. That's gonna be wild.
Well, Commanders, man. That's our
No, we
little
can call them commies now.
inside joke here, commies. But
You want to put something on that?
hey, man, when the season started, we could. So who you saying?
Let's do it right now.
Who you saying?
Do it for the
You saying
pod.
they going? I'm saying they not.
Oh, you.
Just like that. I mean, if it's not the Eagles,
Long as the Chiefs don't make it, I don't care who in the
He
Super Bowl.
said,
if it's
because
not
I
the Eagles,
mean,
who would it be?
honestly, I wanted the Lions, but they showing me that
The Lions
they showing
imploded.
me that they not that when they get to that level, they can't hold it.
They
Pause. It's just
Yo,
I'm not
like
ready
this.
for it. I'm just not ready. I was hoping that, but then the commie said, "Not today, Lions. Not today." And it was in Detroit. Come on, man.
that's because
No,
Jaden Daniels got that it factor, man. That man just
but
chill. He balled. That's it.
he gonna continue balling. Now, I will say this. I mean, I'm gonna ask this question
Mm-hmm.
to y'all. Do y'all think he's gonna have a sophomore slump? Now that teams know his style, got tape on him, do you think he may have a? Because they always got that sophomore slump. Do y'all think that might happen for Jaden?
I mean, can it happen? Obviously. Will it happen? I doubt it.
Me
I
too.
think they have a good culture there.
They do now. Before they didn't.
But you gotta remember who
I
their
won't
owners
get into
are.
it. I won't get into it. But back then,
Yeah.
they did not have a culture. Real
Oh,
football
all them
fans
cats
know.
out. Yeah, all them they gone though.
Real
They got
football
Irvin over
fans
there.
know how Washington, that other name team, was back in the
Redskins.
day.
Say the Redskins. It's all right.
We don't want to say that name. You just
Being
ruined it.
not being insensitive. What they were called. But no, all them cats gone now. They got Irvin over there. Magic. Man, trying to get him another win.
Hey,
But I could see
Zane.
the Jaden going again for offensive player of the year. Probably not, MVP, but offensive player of the year for sure. I could see them putting up another 10 to 12 wins easily, just because if you're not competing against Philly, they're gonna get 4 between the Giants and Cowboys.
You putting the oh yeah, I was about to say don't,
Yeah.
don't put the because I mean honestly right now in the NFC, what teams you can name playoff wise, Super Bowl maybe except the Eagles. Eagles. We can put the Rams out there.
No.
Not
To make it to the
playoffs.
Super Bowl?
Well, to the playoffs. It's just saying the NFC to make it to the playoffs. Like hands down, straight up, teams that you can automatically say just by their roster now and the talent they have and all of that, that's going in the NFC that's going to the playoffs.
John Boy, you go first with that one.
Maybe Dallas. I see New York on here, but
Whoa, that with New York Giants playoffs.
I ain't see.
Whoa.
I mean, you got Seattle. Maybe Detroit can go back again, run it back. Maybe they can, if they meet up with Washington, maybe they can beat them. But it's slim pickings to me.
Slim pickings.
You
So
know,
right now you just say Detroit basically, because we ain't
Yeah,
not gonna say New York
you just
Giants.
randomly threw out New York and Seattle. What is
I
happening?
said Dallas.
Dallas too
They
at that.
dog water.
Everybody to me on here dog water. I ain't see.
And
Falcons,
that may be the thing
Arizona,
though.
Green Bay.
And that why I said Washington has a chance to go to the Super Bowl. There is no just the majority of the NFC teams is like Seattle rebuild. 49ers. We might as well say rebuild because Debo gone. Brandon Ayuk about to go. They finna overpay Purdy. And when they overpay him, you ain't gonna have nobody else. So I wouldn't even say the 49ers there no more.
The Vikings
Yeah,
lost because the Vikings just got rid of Sam Darnold. They're going to run with the JJ McCartney project, like they
and
were
we don't
last
know.
year anyway. But we don't know.
We know how that's gonna work.
But watch this: the Seahawks and Steelers are in talks with Sam Darnold. But the Seahawks
Sam
gave away
Darnold going to
everywhere else
Seahawks,
though. They gave away everybody else.
but they got a draft pick. But hold up now, they do still have a wide receiver.
Yeah, Jackson Smith. That's what I'll be calling
And
him.
and Jackson Smith, whatever you call it, and he was on my fantasy, and he started stepping up the second half of the season.
He a baller.
He realized when he started getting the touches,
Mm-hmm.
we saw his potential. So, but here's the thing. He only started doing that when DK went down.
Yeah.
And that kind of made him the number one receiver, but you still had Lockett.
Mm-hmm.
Now you don't have Lockett.
You the guy.
And now he's the guy now. Who's gonna be his number two?
Yeah.
We'll have to see. I mean, the draft got some wide receivers. You got Quasi kept. We seen it happen. Cooper may say, I'm going in division and go over there to them.
Yeah.
I can see it. But again, just to kind of piggyback off of you, John, yeah, it is slim pickings when it comes to NFC. And honestly, I personally feel like with the AFC, it's the same teams as well that you can name with the AFC. Yep. We can say Chiefs, Ravens, Bills, Bengals, maybe.
Yep.
That's a big maybe.
The first tier is the people you just. Well, I'm sorry. The first tier is the Chiefs.
Yeah, we know.
Second tier is Bills and
Ravens.
And then the third tier will be Bengals,
Texans.
Yeah, they don't leave us out, baby.
Oh, no, and the Broncos. And we're not going to leave y'all out.
And the Broncos and Steelers.
It's the Broncos, Saints, and Steelers. Broncos, Saints, and Steelers.
Denver Saints and Steelers.
Yes. Because they finna start calling New Orleans Eagles in a minute. It's all right if y'all want to call us New Orleans Eagles.
As long as we win the chip, I don't care what you call me. Call me what you want, but you better call me a champion. Believe that.
But it's a difference with New Orleans. We ain't pick up all y'all players from Philly.
Yeah.
We just pick y'all coaches. Denver picked up our players and coaches.
Players, coaches, back office people, equipment trainer, all of them from New Orleans.
They probably try to take some of the food too. Shoot.
You know Sean Payton got fat being here. You like this Denver food, dog water too. I need some of that gumbo.
Yeah. Right, but man, overall, go ahead. I was gonna say I'm excited about this trade season, NFL, and then I'm sort of excited about the draft too coming up. You know, the talks is people don't think Shador gonna do good. Come on now.
He's sliding because of his attitude, but you forget who he is and what's in his DNA.
Thank you. He's a Sanders. But let's do this though. Let's be real. Let's be real. Do you think he's doing that purposely because he knows those top teams are trash?
Mm-hmm. That's a good question.
See, who right now number one pick is what? Tennessee Titans,
Cleveland Browns, New York Giants.
Two teams we don't want to go to. Definitely want to go to Cleveland. He may want to go to New York, but do he really want to go to New York? Do he really want to go to New York?
Out there with neighbors? Not bad.
That'd be not bad. You right. I love that. But again, the organization, are they ready for that? Because they're trying to say,
because that's the big personality with a big city. I think actually he would.
That's true. Yeah, because they're trying to say his he may not be ready, man. This man has taken two with his dad, but he's been to two different programs
Mm-hmm.
and helped turn them around.
Yep.
Jackson State
Yep.
turned them around. Colorado,
Yep.
man. When the last time have y'all ever thought about watching a Colorado game?
I will every year
See,
now, though.
it's so think about it, like, and they think this man ain't gonna be ready. He's had what 4 or 5 plus years. He had a chance to play in two different types. You might as well say different divisions in college ball.
Yeah.
Like, and y'all don't think this man. And then they talking about Cam Ward. Cam Ward has been in NCAA for 4 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, come on now. I don't want to say it's a race thing, but really, we've heard this before. They ain't ready, and they come prove us wrong. Ones y'all thought was ready, wasn't ready. So
Mac
like I said,
Jones.
who?
Exactly.
So we'll see. Like I say, I'm excited about this free agency. See
Mm-hmm.
how things go, and I'm also excited about just the first round draft because I mean honestly, this year doesn't have a lot of hot talent that people really looking into. After the first round or so, it's kind of
Mm-hmm.
gonna mellow. Not no disrespect to those players in the drafts. Hey, that's a dream come true for some of them and for a
Mm-hmm.
lot of them. So if you get drafted, congrats to you. But the level of the draft this year isn't as much as it was previous years and things like that. So I'm still be looking out to see where things go and where players go and things like that. So
Well, it
especially my
definitely
Saints.
is loaded up with linemen, offensive, defensive line. So that's going to go deep into the third and fourth round. I think we should do, if we can, a live stream that day. That's my son decided to scream. That's what's up. We should do a live stream that day. It's April 24th, 25th. If we got the time to be the first pick overall, which would be Travis Hunter. If it's not him, I'll be very surprised.
When is it? When is the draft? April 24th.
24th.
All right. I'm I'm
Oh,
I'm
that's
I'm
right when
not
we get
available
back.
Thursday.
Right when we
I'm
get
not
back from
available Thursday.
Mania.
Mania, yes sir.
Yes, sir. But moving on, y'all. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff happening with the NFL. Good stuff though. So we got some people getting moved around. Let me ask you about this. Did y'all finish watching Daima yet?
Dragon Ball Daima, yes.
What's your
Yes.
thoughts? John Ball, what's up with you? What's your thoughts?
I like the story. I can tell it's a Toriyama written story. I like the transformations. I like seeing Vegeta go SS3, but they said that Vegeta was Toriyama's least favorite character, and it shows. He don't show him no love. Like
Nah,
he
nah.
goes 3, and we're excited. Then Goku gets 4, and it's like, okay, well, give Vegeta 4. Why y'all be leaving him out? So, and
Yeah.
then they hit us with the comedy. Boma talking about if you don't stop fighting, I ain't taking a shower with you no more.
That
He
was out
stops
of
fighting.
pocket.
She
I'm
that
like,
let
bro,
so he telling y'all so she loves her Vegeta, y'all, eh?
And that's my
come on.
Boma.
And Vegeta loves his Boma, man.
Yeah,
He
I think
I ain't
I
mad at
think
him.
he care more about his wife than Goku cares about Chi Chi.
Clearly.
we already know that. Any Dragon Ball Z fan would know that he Goku barely cares about Gohan. Come on now. In the Cell games, you gonna put this man up against Cell because he
Here's a
was
Sensu.
stronger. Like
Did y'all see that? And we'll get back to that. But there was a meme or a gif or something. Remember the part when Goku and Gohan came out the hyperbolic time chamber? Vegeta and Trunks already lost to Perfect Cell at this point, and he like, "Yo, we don't need to fight no more. We don't need to train no more." And yeah, everybody just go
Mhm.
relax. Like the 7, 8 days to the game start. People started to
Right.
say that's when he went to go meet up with Chi Chi to make Goten.
Goten. He's like, I gotta get some of this. I gotta get some of this
I
out
gotta
of me.
get this out of me, man.
Yeah,
That
I
should
need
have
a I
worked.
need a release.
He already knew he was about to die. Let me go ahead and do this real quick.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
Make
die.
Goten real quick. Yeah,
Gohan,
but
Goku
yeah, I
out of
liked it,
pocket.
man. I liked the characters. The little girl that's like 82 years old, but she looks like a
Pansy.
kid that's like, Yeah, she's like Bulma, like she's good with tools.
Mm-hmm.
Glorio had me looking at him sideways, and then he turned out to be. I'm like, all
Glory.
right, Glorio, you
What was
redeemed
Goku called
yourself.
her?
Good.
Glirio?
I
Gliro?
forgot. I can never get his name right, and every time he said it wrong, Glorio would. I'm like, I'm
He
not
was,
gonna keep
Glorio.
correcting
and then
you.
at the end he got his name right. He's like, I always knew your name.
Yeah, I'm like Goku. So
Nah,
yeah,
hold up. What have y'all
Yeah.
thought about Majin Du? Was it Majin Du
Majin Du and
Majin
Majin
Buu and
Ku.
Majin Buu.
being over the demon realm, becoming Demon King? What
I
did y'all
like
feel
I
about
like the
that?
levity of it because at first I'm like, you're about to put what's her name? Arenzu?
Mm.
I can't pronounce her name.
Arenzo,
Well, we
yeah,
knew they
Yeah.
couldn't put her there
And I'm
because
like,
she
she
was.
clearly evil. And she like, I'm about to level up and kill y'all later. And Majin Ku. That was funny. I
yeah. It
actually
just came out of nowhere.
briefly was like, oh crap, Goma about to because he healed himself after he got shot, blast with the Kamehameha. And I was like, oh man, it's
Mhm.
about to continue like season 2 next week or something. No,
Season
Majin Ku, 3 hits,
Yeah,
the
he
eye
just came
pop out.
with that big old book. I'm
I was
like,
like,
okay,
oh.
that's a twist.
But did y'all watch the end credit scene though?
And watch
You
the end credits.
They had an end credit scene. So they went back to that Medibug shop with that lady selling all the bugs
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah. And she had an
She
eye. She
had
had an
three
eye.
tertiary
She
eye.
had three
Yeah.
eyes left. Yes, she had three eyes in a glass jar. So there's more eyes.
Mm-hmm. That
I'm
was
She
like,
said,
funny.
"Yeah, we holding on to these. We don't know what they are. We just
well,
they
but first off,
decoration like
the dude that had the eye was just wearing it as a belt, gave it up for a hat. I'm
a
like, if
hat."
A
this
hat.
isn't Toriyama writing, he just like, okay, he got this powerful object just
but
sitting around his waist.
but we got to go to that talk that you mentioned, Spectre. You said how you didn't know this was canon and stuff like this.
Yeah. So this what threw me off. Even after y'all had mentioned to me offline that it was canon. That's okay, that's cool. One thing I didn't like is when I was under the impression Neva, the old Namek, gave Goku the Super Saiyan full power. Not necessarily like he gave him the exact power, but he unlocked kind of how Shenron did for Piccolo, whatever else power was inside of him, right? Because he did this, he healed him, and immediately he transformed when he was still a kid. So when he did it by himself, I said, okay, he just remembered how he felt, and he was able to do it. But then they went away from that at the end after they beat Goma, and he said, "I trained after we fought Boo because Boo was so strong," and that was a disconnect from me. I'm like, let it just be. Never gave it to him, and he'll never got to do it again. So if it is canon, all they have to do for season, I guess 2 or 3 of Super is just reference it and say, "I can't tap into that power no more. I need to go see Never," like something like that. That was an easy way to close that thread, but they made it worse by saying, "Oh no, I earned this myself by training with after I fought Boo." So why you didn't use it for
Well,
beers?
true. Well, what I would say too
Exactly.
is the way you can look at it as a canon. If we go way back to the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, whereas Krillin and Gohan and Dende, well, not Dende, the old elder Namek,
Yeah.
he tapped into Krillin's
Mm-hmm.
full potential.
Yeah.
It's the same with this Namek. Now, as you was mentioning, like how pretty much since this is supposed to be Dama was supposed to be after the Buu saga and before the Beerus saga, I did hear about. Whereas if y'all remember, Beerus woke up because Beerus always sleep, but he woke up because he sensed a strong power
Mm-hmm.
and he sensed a godlike power that woke him up. And if you all paid attention to Goku Super Saiyan 4 aura, if you looked at his aura, it kind of, and the color of it kind of had gave off that same Super Saiyan God aura when he
Mm-hmm.
first fought Beerus. So I think that's probably we're getting a Super Saiyan 4 because they had the tail and all of that, but more likely it was Super Saiyan 4 mixed with that Super Saiyan God that
Mm-hmm.
he tapped into that he just didn't know he had. Because in the Beerus saga, he needed one more Super Saiyan to help him unlock it, and it was because of who was pregnant. Which one was pregnant with
Videl with Pan.
Pansy? So
Mm-hmm.
I think that it is, but definitely it's like now that we see that Goku and Super Saiyan 4, the next Dragon Ball Super, like you say, they gonna have to reference it now. We can't see this
Yeah.
and not see it or hear about it anymore.
Right.
Especially when we know he Ultra Instinct's not much stronger than Super Saiyan 4. He don't even need to go Super Saiyan 4 no more. We just need those
One time.
references.
All you need to
Yeah,
do for Vegeta, because Vegeta went three, they've already talked about it. Three drains you too much, too fast.
true.
So there's no
Yes.
point in doing it. And all they got Vegeta to say is there's a point in me going to that mode because I can go God mode. That's gonna kill me. That's an easy
Right.
win. Four, I don't know. That's such a different situation because he got to tell and it's a different, I don't
A
know.
totally
Maybe
different transformation.
yeah, it's a new transformation. They have to do something a little bit deeper with that. John, what else you got on that?
I think it's a disconnect. They said that Toriyama is known for forgetting what he writes. So
Yeah.
I don't know if he remembered that, he had or if he remembered that, Goku went SS3 and he said this is my strongest form. And then
Hmm.
he wrote Daima and had Goku go SS4 because it's canon, but if they introduce it in another season of Super, what would be the point? Because like you said, it may be on par with Super Saiyan Blue, but they
Hmm.
got Ultra Instinct signed, and then full Ultra Instinct, and then perfect perfected, and then
Hmm.
Vegeta he has Ultra Ego. So what's the point of referencing it when you got these other power levels that are stronger? So I like it.
Yeah.
I like to see it. I like that it's canon. I like that his hair was red instead of black. I like the form. I just don't know where it fits into the story now.
Here's where I got 2 points to that. I think the only way one frustration point. That's what I get frustrated with Super about. They jump too far to Ultra Instinct and all that crap in the Tournament of
Yeah.
Power. Tournament of Power, personal opinion, should have saw Goku achieve Super Saiyan 4. Easy win. Or reference it and then he unlock it for real that time. Vegeta could have still did some version of Blue or something. But everybody jumping from God to Super Saiyan Blue super fast, you killed it for me. Uh Kale and Cauliflower, all them going to two, going to three. They ain't do nothing for
Oh, that
Gohan.
was crazy. Talking
Gohan
about
Yeah,
should
they
they
get cells
go
in your back. I'm like,
right.
well
Gohan
they
should have
went
had
they went Super Saiyan Berserker though.
yeah, they
that's
went
because of
berserk. Yeah.
Hale, because
All these
she's
opportunities with
like
these Saiyan
female Broly.
right, all these opportunities with the Saiyans, they could have jumped them up in power scale just a little bit. Let Goku do four, let Vegeta do the highlighted red, blue, like something different. Give Gohan a little bit of silver in his hair. Make that the next form, like foreshadow it. They gave it too fast. Um, I think the way to fix it in the Super Saiyan 4 case is to have whoever villain they're gonna make up, they're gonna need Goku to transform into the Great Ape. He needs a tail to do that. And then I think that's how you can write that in. Oh, I have this other transformation, let me do this, and then I can use the moon to transform into this red Great Ape. That's the only way I can see it being relevant. Otherwise, it's like, what's the point?
The grade A gonna be Super Saiyan 4.
This is gonna be a red Ozaru. That's all it's gonna be. But that's the only thing I can think of where you need the moon, you need the tail, so you can transform that way.
True. Well, we'll see if they gonna have any more Dragon Ball Z series after this. You know,
I heard
it's
they're making a season 2 of Super, but who knows how long it'll take. But
right.
yeah, just to piggyback shortly off what you said, G.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if you pay attention, Super Saiyan Blue has no wins. It's like
No.
he went Super Saiyan God, and then he just jumped the blue sign, and then Ultra Instinct. Like you said,
Well,
they
Blue
should
has the
have.
win
They
against Frieza.
Oh
well,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
Cause of Whis though,
Right.
And
cause he
Whis.
rewinded time. But yeah, they could have stuck with Red a little bit, and
Mm-hmm.
as the battles got tougher, they could have they could have achieved Super Saiyan Blue, because really Super Saiyan Blue is nothing but Super Saiyan with God Key.
Yeah,
Right.
It's
with some
not,
key on it, with extra
yes,
key times 10
yeah.
key.
So it's like I don't know, but yeah, they did rush through the power level super fast. Like they said it took the Angels eons to figure out Ultra Instinct, and then Goku figures it out in a matter of years or something, however long the
I mean, but
you know.
technically they needed to up it up because when you fight Jaren, shit.
I mean,
But
that's
see,
what I'm saying. They
they
could
made
have made.
Jiren too strong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
could have they could have stuck with Red for a while, and then maybe when they got to the tournament of power and fought Jiren, they unleashed Blue or
right.
something like that, or what G said with the four or something. But they got a mortal that's stronger than his god of destruction. It's like y'all jumping through these power levels real fast,
Yeah, the
but
power scale is disrespectful. That's what gets
yeah.
me frustrated with Dragon
Is
Ball.
it? Let me ask y'all this: is it y'all biased opinion that y'all don't want to see Dragon Ball actually come to an end?
Oh no, I've already accepted that. I watched Super 4 or 5 times over. That's
Because
cool.
y'all know they gonna probably have to end it one day for us, y'all.
No,
I
whatever.
personally,
If they do a new season, it's gonna be it. And I'm looking at it right now. Reports are there is no talk if it's even going to exist. They say they
No
may do
super.
it, but
Oh, because of Toriyama, probably don't want to do it.
yeah, no, there is no inkling that's going to
It-
happen. But even if they did end it, I mean, they ended it well. Tournament of Power ended. That was super cool and all that. But they just
yeah,
power
they brought
scaled
back all of the
But
the hell
things.
out of that, man.
they should at least animate what's left of the manga, because they still do the
Hmm.
comic book. They just
Right.
don't animate it.
All those
So they should
movies,
at least do that.
you got all those movies they can make into canon. All the Broly movies, Moro, all of them they can put Janimba, Bojack,
granola.
Granola, Bojack, all them Turles. They can be a part of this new season and do with all of them. Make it a
Yep.
super long season, 100 some episodes, fight all them bad guys, and then make the final battle Goku versus Gohan versus Vegeta versus Broly. Four
All
way
them
battle
going
royal.
against each other.
Fatal four
You so
way.
you trying to kill it? They trying to kill each other off now,
Trying to
bro?
kill it.
Damn.
No, it's a sparring match.
Side note: how
Well,
many times they Goku died in Dragon Ball?
officially two
3 or 4
times.
times, I think, ain't it?
Two. Raditz.
You
Well,
sure?
Piccolo killed him, and he killed himself for
Yeah.
Cell.
Didn't he die with Frieza too?
Mm-mm.
Uh,
No,
Vegeta
the
died.
planet blew up. We found out he went to Yard Drat to learn instant
Yeah, he
transmission.
went to
Yes.
Yardrat. Yeah. Vegeta died and then got resurrected by
Vegeta
Goku.
died twice also.
So he
Um,
only died twice. I thought he died 3 times.
I thought he died 3 times too, but
Cause he
now
ain't
that I'm thinking
died.
about it,
he
Yeah,
he
didn't
you
die
right.
came
in
back.
Super, and
He
Boo didn't
came
kill
back
him.
after the Cell games to fight Cell. He had the Halo, but that was
Hmm.
just the second one.
Cause didn't he still
I
have
don't
the
remember
Halo
what.
in Majin Buu saga? No, he
That
didn't.
Yeah,
was it.
yeah,
Yeah, that's when he came back
yeah. He killed himself
for
to
Cell.
save for Cell.
Yeah, cause he
Then he
wanted to let his
came
son
back.
fight.
Then he came back some kind of way and fought Boo with that Halo, and that's how Vegeta was like, "How you unlock 3?" He was like,
Well,
"Well,
no,
I was
Grand
dead."
Kai gave his life. Elder
Oh,
Kai,
that's right.
he
He
killed
did kill.
himself,
Yeah,
which is outrageous that they
I'm
could put that
like,
in there.
You're a million years old. Does it really
He just
matter?"
fell down and gave his life and woke back up. That was
I'm
outrageous. What
like,
happened?
how does that work? You could, if you can do that, you should resurrect yourself.
Resurrect everybody. Man, y'all heard the I mean, maybe one of y'all told me that when Goku died with Cell, he was actually supposed to stay dead for real, and they was gonna let Gohan be that lead moving forward.
Yeah, but Toriyama was like, he doesn't think that Goku can carry it. Like, I mean, Gohan could carry the show
We've
like
been wanting
Goku
Gohan to carry
because
the damn show. They ain't even put him in
If
yeah,
Daima.
he could have wrote him to carry the show,
Bro,
and we would have loved it.
that's
Shoot.
another
but
frustration I have with
that's
Daima. Why he not at the party? You ain't gotta make
he's
him go on the trip.
nowhere. He's nowhere. He's
Nowhere.
not nowhere to be found.
Cause it
But
would have
they
I
been
don't know.
lovely to see him as a baby again.
they would know. Well, I guess his
Bro,
age,
he could have.
he would have been Namek
He,
Gohan. Send him
it would have
on
been
the
so
trip.
lovely to see that, but maybe that's why because we've already seen him as a kid too.
We
Maybe
saw
so.
Krillin as a kid. Here's Krillin. Goku had a whole
Man, we saw
series of
Krillin as a
GT.
kid when
He was
we saw Krillin as a kid. If you watched the original Dragon Ball,
well,
Dragon Ball Z, you Krillin was already grown and stuff.
that's just one of those
Just
things that don't make sense. Everybody who fought Boo was turned to kids. Gohan literally got his final transformation. That's not canon. I mean, that is canon. There as Mystic Gohan. Make him teen or whatever Gohan again. He ain't
They
got to
I
go on the
wouldn't be
trip.
mad.
they took him off because he was being a father,
But
man.
then they're
He
gonna
was
Because we
power
just
know
scale him when they do make
Goku.
Beast canon. He gonna power scale him over
First of
everybody.
all, man, Chi Chi already told y'all she ain't gonna. She's like, we know how Goku is. I ain't gonna let you be like that, Gohan. You going to school and you ain't
Man,
no
they
crime
had
fighting.
Goten on there
Nothing.
turning into a baby. There's no reason Gohan could have been at that party. Freak. It's a Trunks
He was
birthday party.
it was Trunks
Trunks
and
the person
Goten
he
was
trained
babies
in the
talking to
future.
each other.
he was with his daughter Pan and his wife
No,
Videl,
Videl
man.
was at the party too.
No,
Yeah,
she
she was at the
wasn't.
point. I think
I,
Videl, because I think she
I'm
told
was her. I'm
somebody where
pretty
he
sure
was at.
Videl was at the party with Hercule.
Yeah,
No,
y'all gotta look
they
that
never
up.
said Gohan name.
They never
Nobody
mentioned
asked
it.
where Gohan was at. I
I got
could
to
have
go back
sworn
and watch the
somebody asked
episode
where
again.
Gohan was at, and I think Videl told them like, "Oh, he's off doing this for work, or he's off doing something." But I could be wrong. But
No, they
I
did my
could have
boy
sworn
wrong,
she
man.
told
Gohan the
somebody
strongest out of here, one shot in everybody.
that. He didn't one
Outrageous.
shot nobody.
You one shot at Cell Max. It's not canon though. Real quick, as we change up the topic before we wrap it up, let's get back to sports. Get back to the NBA. What y'all think about Luca Magic, Luca Lakers?
Man, forget that. What you not to cut your head off. But what you think about LeBron checking Stephen A?
Oh,
Leave my son out of
that
this.
that was from a father myself being a dad myself. That's where that came from. And Stephen A spoke about it too, and you can see it. It was more about. But I also say Stephen A is right. He ain't had to come at him like that at the game. He could have truly called Stephen A. Because I know he got Stephen A number. He could have called him, had a one, private conversation with him, things like that. But that was funny to me. I ain't gonna lie, that was funny. But I understand it. It was coming from his dad. I understand, and Stephen A. say he understood too.
But
But
can you say that when your son is your son? And not even that he's your son. Take that out of it, because that's nothing to do with it, actually. Is that because he's in the NBA? He's one of the, how many people's in the NBA? 500 and something? 582 players, something like that? Ain't that many. Between the G League and the regular. He gets talked about.
yeah, definitely,
He makes millions. We could talk trash about him and everybody else.
we already do. I
We
told
already
you he
do.
went in rookie. He rented.
G
He
League
gonna
Rookie of the
beat
Year.
He ain't going to G League. That man about to get offensive player of the year next year, man. He stepping out. He gonna get him a player of the month next year. I'm telling y'all, bro. Bronny coming up.
My
What?
my thing is,
Mm-hmm.
I get the father aspect of it, but he's 21. He's a grown man in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
What does that do for him when it's like, oh, anytime somebody talk about you, you gonna get your dad to check them, or your dad's gonna check them.
Exactly.
Like you ain't your own man. Like you don't think somebody on the bench is like, oh, you got to get your dad to fight your battles. You can't fight. Like he's grown, bro. Like I understand that's his kid. He gonna take it for his kid. Nothing wrong with that. But this is a business. Like he's going to get that criticism just because his name is LeBron James Jr. and he's not you. So what do you expect? Like
Right.
you can't go and fight. You can't go and chase down everybody to talk about your kid. He's your kid, but he's a grown man now. So it's like, that kind of looks like you know I don't know. It's just I don't think that's good for Bronny because it's like they're gonna be like can't say nothing now because your
Because your
dad's
dad
gonna
gonna
try to
pull up.
check everybody.
And
Right.
imagine
Right.
when
But
he retire, he about to be on every
but
show. Leave my
Quasi
son
kept
alone.
though.
What are we
But
doing,
Quasi
bro?
kept though. It might have been more than that he probably had built up against Stephen A. That he said. But like Stephen A. mentioned too, like I'm a NBA analyst. Your
Hmm.
son is an NBA star. Like you mentioned, John, like he's gonna get talked about. That this is my job. I'm
Right.
gonna
Yeah.
talk about NBA players, good or bad, things that they're due.
Mm-hmm.
Respectfully, we understand how he came off from a father figure type of thing, but at the end of the day, it could have been done off, not like that. He could have definitely, if you're gonna come at Stephen A, call a man. It didn't need to be done, especially
Right
with the
there,
way we
game.
are now. media is gonna always be around. You're
Yep.
gonna
Yeah,
have
they gonna
people
eat that
recording
up.
stuff no matter what. Like legit, they could have been faking and laughing at behind the scenes, but the media gonna portray it as something else. So you
Mm-hmm.
got to be careful with that. And LeBron,
Yep.
he knew what he was doing, and
Yeah.
personally, he probably went after Stephen A. like
Knowing the
that,
cameras was watching.
knowing the cameras would be
Right.
there
Right.
to say to kind of put out there. And like you said, G, how that's gonna look on Bronny. First of all,
Look like a
what
kid.
Bronny gotta do is he gotta step to his dad and say, hey dad, I really appreciate you
Hmm.
for everything you've done. You got me in this league. Now I am a man. Let me let me do things on my own now as a man. I would say I had to do something like similar to that with my dad. I had to kind of, talk to him. Like my dad wanted me to do stuff. He wanted to not necessarily do stuff. Let me just say it this way. My dad wanted me to he wanted to still help support me in certain ways.
Hmm.
And I'm like, Dad, I really appreciate that. Yes, it would help me.
Hmm.
However, in order for me to grow as my own man, I needed to step out on the wings of my own. And that's what Bronny's gonna have to do in SAP.
And so what Bronny needs to do is get as far away from the Lakers as possible. Opposite end of the coast. Go play for the who over there, the
Nah.
Wizards. Because he needs to be away from the umbrella that is LeBron James.
So here's the thing. Let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
If he leaves the Lakers, who the hell gonna pick him up?
No, he still do. God, laughing. No, hear my point.
How he gonna
He
get to the
still
other side?
listen.
They gonna
He
trade
gonna
him?
he gonna greyhound him. Listen, he
That's a
needs to go
long
to. He
drive.
needs to. I know, right? He needs to go to the G League, but go to a team on the opposite side of the country, so he can flourish by himself. He needs to be quiet. He can't afford to be like braggadocious. I'm king, whatever.
If that's
No.
the case,
Hmm.
don't go on the other side of the country. Go to another country.
Go for
No, serious.
Right.
UBA.
Serious. No, seriously, like he can go
Yeah,
to another country. He can play on a two-way contract with stay in the NBA and play in
yeah. He
another
can go to
country
Africa League. He's about
and
to start up.
still kind of get that exposure. Cause
Yep.
them boys international, they be balling,
Yep.
and I bet you he'll come back on a whole new man. So if he has to kind of step in order to step away from his dad's shadow, and
Hmm.
you say he need to go far away, cause I don't see the Lakers trading him because ain't
No,
nobody gonna want to pick him up. I could see the Lakers cutting him. Ain't nobody
no.
gonna pick him up. Who
They
gonna
did.
pick him up?
They're never gonna cut him because of his name. Real talk.
So
They'll
he ain't gonna get traded.
Other teams will pick him up because of his
For
potential.
what? What potential?
The potential to be his dad. Because
No,
just because.
just because.
Just because.
So all right, moving on from that because I like Bronny. That man gonna be offensive player of the year next year, of course. Like I said,
Uh-oh.
but
Averaging 2 and 2.
But here, I'm gonna kind of go back from a few weeks ago. We talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
Who gonna be the face of the NBA? We know they can't give it to an international player.
Mm-hmm.
We know Anthony Edwards said he doesn't want it. I see who will be the face. Like it or not, he may not want it to. They're gonna force it on him.
Who?
It's gonna be Jason Tatum. Just watching the
Oh
game
yeah.
Jason Tatum wants it.
Yeah, he does want it.
just watching the game
Yeah, he
last
likes
night.
that.
Just
He
watching
wants
the
it.
game last night with him and with the Lakers in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
That's who they're giving it to. It's going to him. Jason Tatum is about to be the face of the league. That's who
He
they're giving
just
it
ain't
to.
got the star power to me.
I do feel
He
he
needs his villain.
do
He's
he.
right. Yeah, every team needs their team to go against. He needs his villain to go head to head against and to build that up like KD
Well, they
on the
were trying to
ride.
build it yesterday
But yeah, but it's not gonna be against
with
LeBron
Luca
though. It
and
ain't gonna be
them.
Luca.
They trying to keep
Yeah,
that Lakers Celtics rivalry, and now that they have Luca, that could be it because who else?
yeah.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, that makes sense. But I mean, I'm looking at the game yesterday, looking at Luca. I'm like, you need to go train with LeBron because you just he's still a defensive liability. Like
Oh
anybody can
yeah.
I can get past him.
Man, you
Just-
saw what Brown was doing him, huh? He was crossing.
I'm like, man. And then like um one thing about LeBron,
Mm-hmm.
he's just looking at Luca handle the ball. He's just sitting in one spot.
Mm-hmm.
He's not moving. So when they was down by like 20, he's trying to take over the game, and next thing you know, he got a growing sprain. I'm like,
Hey,
Off for two
so
weeks right now.
two
yep.
weeks,
So
one or
it's
two
like,
weeks, 1 or 2 weeks.
what they gonna do now? Because it definitely changed the dynamic of their play style. Because LeBron's letting him handle the ball, but
Mm-hmm.
LeBron's not like Steph. Jimmy got the ball or Draymond got the ball. Steph is constantly running.
Yeah.
So
Always.
LeBron's looking at him like, "What are you going to do?" And it's like that kind of slows the offense down. So,
Also, I watched the Lakers past 2 games. The game they played against the Knicks, they did win that in overtime.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
And then the game last night against Boston, they lost. They definitely need a big man.
oh yeah,
Jackson Hayes, I like Jackson Hayes. He a former Pelican, but he ain't it. And the reason why I say he ain't it, one, he's
Too
too
small.
small.
They had their
He
big
need to
man.
get
He
some.
was on.
He needs to get some
He's
weight
less
on it. And
efficient.
number two, he can't say let's make a basket. The only way he can make a freaking basket is if he's literally doing that. Other than that, he can't make a basket.
He ain't doing nothing else.
He has the potential, but like, dude, you've been in the league for
Jackson's
far
always
too
been a
long
stretch
now.
four for me though, not a real center. A
go
But
stretch
get
they
four is
both
the
of
gotta,
them.
thing,
they're making him a center. That's why I
but they ain't
still
got no
say.
choice.
But that's why I still say I do see Embiid going to the Lakers. If they, if the,
Indeed,
if the Philly let him go,
It's
I
gonna be
do
the
see.
international Lakers.
Yes, that's what they want.
Embiid,
Embiid
Embiid
to the
is
Lakers.
past his prime, man. So
Nah.
I
He
told you last time it's
personally,
gonna be a Dwight Howard situation. When you go there,
yeah, he
you
personally
just good
getting
enough
injured so he
to
can leave.
yeah.
And the fans already don't like the Sixers no more because the Sixers had a few players and so WWE was out there in Philadelphia on was that Friday,
Mm-hmm.
and they showed a few basketball players, Paul George and some other players, and the fans was booing they Sixers.
Paul George, he
Washed.
He ain't washed. He
Nah, he ain't
just
washed. I'm joking. I actually like Paul George. I'm a fan.
he don't have that. To me, these boys no longer have that killer instinct in them.
Which goes to
We
what
are
Stephen A was saying. Not Stephen A. Skip Bayless was saying about KD. Just you
Nah,
mentally.
KD don't need to retire though. I think KD
Yeah,
just ready to go from the Suns.
I agree. KD's my
Uh,
favorite
he
player. He's always been, but he playing lazy and just like
yeah.
yeah,
he
But
doing what Jimmy
where would
did.
he
he
ain't got
go?
that killer.
Oh, where he
Go
would
to
go.
OKC.
There he go. That I was gonna say
Go back home
KD.
and finish it.
Yep,
Yes,
go back home
KD
and
need to
finish
go
it.
to. Man, just picture this right
Take them
now.
too.
Look at OKC what they did to the Nuggets today,
127, 103.
bruh. So just imagine what OKC has right now,
I'm
and
happy
they
every time
add
he on the floor.
KD, and they add KD. Just imagine
I'm not gonna
that.
lie. I can't hold it. If KD go back to the Thunder, I need Russ to go there on a 1 year
Boy,
deal.
thank
You
Russ
want
too.
James Harden too?
No, no,
Thank
no.
James Harden
Actually, I
with you.
don't. I don't because it was his fault. Everything broke up because he wanted to be
Oh,
selfish and be off
oh yeah, he
just
wanted to
be
be a
another
solo. But
starter.
I mean,
I need Russ
yeah,
to go back, run that back with everybody else. He take 2 players off the bench. Get rid of them. We don't need them. And they
What?
win in 60.
Nah.
They win in 60 games.
Don't even they bench man. Nah, cause Russ
They
gonna be
win in
on the bench. What
60.
you talking about? He
I
coming
know. I
from
know.
the bench.
You got to replace them. You got to take somebody to replace them with Russ. Russ
Yeah,
and
just
KD.
two people. Two people.
Oh
That's it.
man, don't get me
That'll
started.
be nice though, man. Let
yeah.
who
They
can
need
we
to go
who
back
can we
home.
reach out to? Cause Kawhi
He
Kept they've
said,
been
"Who
talking
can reach
about OKC losing their team and they moving it somewhere else. So
Move it to New Orleans,
yeah, cause we need
please,
to get rid of the Pelicans.
please, Lord, move to
I
New
got a
Orleans.
petition going. I need some signatures. We don't need a team no more. DeMarcus Cousins even talked about it.
He said we don't need a team no more. What y'all gonna do with Zion?
Trade him.
Straight up the Cafe Du Monde.
That's why he
For
couldn't
full
lose no
We
gold.
weight.
trade him to Bank Brothers.
Jesus. And that's gonna be it with the next level Oasis podcast.
Bank Brothers.
I think it's getting too late. Everybody getting sleepy now. We're saying outlandish. Nah. All right. So how about this? We'll wrap it up like this. It's an NBA question. We got people on the run like Cavs winning 13 straight. Cavs this year have won like 20, like 18 straight, 13 straight. They're making crazy runs.
They already, the Cavs is already in the playoffs too with their
They have
record.
54
They already
wins, I
clinched the
believe.
playoffs.
Yeah, no, they're in. So people like the Cavs, people like. Oh, my bad. I don't know what was happening. The computers are tripping. People like the Cavs, people like Lakers making 2-3 weeks of just crazy good basketball. How do y'all think this shakes out with the final standings?
It's about to
Who
shake
gets
up
in?
now. Well, with LeBron being out 1 or 2 weeks, that's gonna probably, depending on the Lakers' schedule, that's gonna probably drop them.
Mm-hmm.
So that dropped them.
You remember 2 weeks ago we were talking about the Lakers standings and they were at like number 8.
They was they was at number 4. They was like at number 5 or something. The ones that was at number 8 was the Warriors, and they moved up.
Yeah.
Like we said, they out the play, and they in
the
number
Lakers
6.
were under though. They were under 500, or they're close
They
to
over
500,
now.
something like that. They were close to it. I was like, oh yeah, they'll maybe get to 4, maybe 3. They're number 2 right now. The last 2 weeks.
But I think they're going to lose that position, and I think Golden State is going to creep up and may
Yep.
take that spot because we're 11-1 now with yesterday's win.
Y'all hear him, y'all. He said we. He's a
Yeah,
Warrior fan.
Mavericks
you know,
went from playoffs to number 10.
oh God, oh God,
Well,
Bro,
they
now
they
injured.
had they had 7
Kyrie,
people.
They got 7 people
Kyrie
injured
out.
the
They had
season.
7 people play. That's all they had.
Oh
So-
my God, bro.
So let's ask this question again.
They gonna lose
Is
their
that the
season.
dumbest? Is that the dumbest trade that the Mavericks has made?
We gotta
Letting
film
go
that
Luka.
episode. The Luka.
Here's what I would say. Now,
Mhm.
my question is, we could say
That's
this:
two questions.
is Dallas Mavericks front office, however, one of the dumbest? Because think about 2 players that they had, and I want to say they was on the same team together.
They
Jalen
was.
Brunson.
Yep. Jalen
It was
Brunson.
3. It was 3. Jalen Brunson, Porzingis, and Luka. It was on the same team. Luka
And
left.
now,
Porzingis left first. Then
Porzingis
Brunson.
was with them.
They were all together. They
So-
got Porzingis from Washington.
is Dallas the dumbest organization compared to Oklahoma before?
We got to end it like a Dragon Ball Z episode.
Find out next time. Listen, how about this? We're gonna write that list out. Everybody get top 5 worst decisions by a team, person, coach in sports. We gotta do that list the next week.
Oh
or
yeah,
two.
we were supposed to do that. Yeah, that's
I
right.
know because we got some
Gotta
people
send out a
just
reminder.
every year. I mean, every year, every week, another team pop up like, yeah, they stupid too. We gotta think about that. So you thinking?
But then again,
go ahead.
I would say, but then again, if Kyrie didn't get hurt, will we be talking about that?
It's not just Kyrie though. Their whole team got hurt, bro.
Yeah, they got a whole bunch of injuries.
They legitimately had 7 people today or yesterday, whatever it was. Like that's
crazy.
outrageous.
They about to put
They're
5
about
more
to put
people
up.
on
They're about to
10-day
put up
contracts.
forfeits. They're about to put up forfeits for the rest of the year.
Sound like Sacramento then, because Sacramento, remember they got some injuries too, including their
Sacramento,
coach.
we don't take them seriously. They over there. Right now, top 6 in the West. You got Thunder, Lakers, Nuggets, Grizzlies, Houston, Warriors. Top 6 in the East. You got Cleveland, who's the only team who clinched. To your point, James. Cleveland, Boston, New York, Bucks, Pacers, Pistons. The Pistons. Trajan Langdon, GM, formerly of the Pelicans, got up there and got him a team, and they believe.
He says they believe.
They believe, man.
Pistons.
People like the Heat
Seems
are
like
number 9.
yeah,
Hawks
look
number
like
7.
Jimmy made the right choice because the Heat at number 9 and his new team at number
Pistons
6.
number 6. No, his new team
Piss
is Oh yeah, he on the Warriors.
Warriors.
I'm looking in the
Right.
East. I forgot.
I
He switched.
I'm a Jimmy Butler fan, so I'm a Warrior fan now.
Sound like Jonathan.
I rock with Jimmy, man. Hey,
Man,
look,
listen.
man. I can't watch the Rockets.
Yeah, they don't let they. Only way you can watch the Rockets in Houston is if you go to the game.
Or you got a
Why?
certain
They don't show the
cable.
games?
Only
It's a
on
certain
on
cable
certain
you have to
channels.
have.
Or they're not on Wire either?
Oh no, they on Wire.
Oh, you gotta get that Wire.
We don't speak about Wire.
I ain't got that.
I'm a KD
So
fan. I can't watch the Suns. They dog water right now too.
You need
gotta
to
rock with the
contact them and
team,
tell them to
man.
go to Oklahoma, man.
If KD go to Oklahoma, I'm gonna buy Oklahoma season tickets just so I can sell them to people.
Man said buy season tickets just to sell.
Just to
Think he
sell
about
them.
to say he gonna go to at least some games,
Right.
I'm
man.
gonna go to like 2, but I'm gonna sell. I'm gonna every game.
How
I'm
far
gonna be.
Oklahoma is from Cali?
It's right above Texas. What you mean?
Is it? You
Yeah,
right.
that's
Oh,
right.
I
Yeah,
could.
they're north
Well
of
then,
us.
shoot. I'm going to the games then.
Yeah, I was
All
about to
right,
say
then. Yeah,
I got some tickets.
y'all y'all gonna get caught up in Tornado Alley up in there.
I'll be back before that happens.
That's why all them tornadoes be touching down there.
Hell yeah.
That's why Katie left.
I'm sick of this. I need seasons. All right, y'all. Let's wrap it up. This has been another episode of the Next Level Oasis podcast. #NLOPod on all your socials. G. David Lee is JT is Big John Boy. Appreciate y'all as always. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Yes, sir. Record.